Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is George Kingori. I'm your online finance guy who speaks about all things finance, how you can be able to save, how you can be able to invest, and how you can be able to grow your financial affairs. And today I'm going to speak about reasons you're not meeting your financial goals. Why are you not meeting your financial goals? What are the things that are keeping you away from meeting these goals? So the first thing is terrible habits. You have terrible habits. You have terrible spending habits. You have terrible ways of being able to identify opportunities. You are fearful. You have things that are personal in nature, based on your habits and your patterns of behavior that are keeping you from making valid and important financial decisions and keeping up with these values. Because remember, habits come out of practice of behavior and doing things in pattern over a consistent period of time so that you can be able to acquire these values. Is your problem struggling with how to be able to keep aside money towards investments? You can start off by doing something and doing it consistently. If you do it for 21 days, then it becomes a pattern. If you do it for 7 months, it becomes a habit. So you have to do it consistently, despite your urge to do counter to what you must do. Make it a habit to be able to be a good investor and a person who saves, and be able to avoid these bad habits. Because for you to break these habits, you need to break these bad habits. You need to be able to do the good habits for at least 7 months. So do it consistently, and you will be able to avoid these things that are causing you to not meet your financial goals. Then the other thing that is connected with that is fear. When you have a lot of fear of what do I invest in, fear of even taking the steps to actually invest, you are too fearful. You avoid any urge of risk. You avoid and are the kind of person who cringes when you think about the thought of handing over your money to an investment to be able to generate money later. You need to get rid of this fear, because fear makes you to get paralyzed. You do not move because you are fearful. So ensure that you get this fear out of it. Start by investing little by little as you're able to get your risk tolerance going up and up and up. Start with asset classes that are not too risky, but start somewhere and start doing. And over a period of time, your fear of risk and fear of investments and fear of other things will start going down. So once you get rid of fear, you will start meeting your financial goals. The other thing that you need to know is your lack of failure. When you do not plan, you are readying yourself for failure. Lack of planning is planning to fail in the real essence of the word. You are planning to fail when you do not plan. Because when you do not plan, you do not know where you're going. You have to have well laid out plans of where you're going, of where you're heading, what you need to achieve, what you need to do. Have actionable points where you can be able to measure against your actual performance. So have a way to be able to measure your actual plans and be able to follow them consistently. Look for people who will be able to check on you. Look for programs that can be able to measure your progress, but find a way of having plans and consistently checking your actions against the plans that you've made and checking the progress and whatnot, so that you can be able to have remedial actions when you veer off the plan. Lack of doing anything from the start is failure. So do something and start now. The other thing is, of course, things that you cannot be able to avoid: unforeseen circumstances. For example, there are some investments that, for example, are affected by the corona pandemic, and you could not have reasonably foreseen such occurrences. Maybe you invested in a restaurant type of business, and by the time you're entering into business with commitments to paying rent and things like that, then it became impossible to operate these ventures. So unforeseen circumstances sometimes cause you not to be able to meet your financial goals and objectives, and you cannot be able to do anything about it, but rather that is where the thing called diversification comes in. You do not need to put all your eggs in one investment, because when one is unable to generate the money that you desire, then the others can be able to cover it to an extent. So be able to diversify your financial goals and objectives, so that when one does not work, at least you have a laid back something that will prop you up in the circumstance that one is able to fail. The other thing that you need to understand is poor decision making is costing you money. When you make poor decisions in your financial affairs, however you want to look at it, it is going to cause you financial distress. You need to look for information, get knowledge. If you need to learn new things, do them. If you need to acquire new skills, acquire them, because it will help you in making credible financial decisions that are critical in your financial journey. It could be such decisions of how do I invest, where do I invest, such things. Do your groundwork, your research, do your research on things before you do the groundwork, because when the rubber meets the road, trying to learn as you go is a painful experience. So acquire as much knowledge as you need. Get mentors if you have to, but ensure that your mind and your knowledge is capable as you enter into investment. If an investment is too technical for you to understand, don't invest in it. Invest in things that you understand, because then you can be able to make decisions that are wise and be able to set you up towards success. Then the other thing that causes people to fail in their financial goals is the spouses that they have, or the partners that they have. Is your spouse or partner holding you back? Is your spouse or partner the kind of person who overspends on money that you have planned together to go towards investments? Are they irrational in their financial decision making? And that is where, again, you need to sit down as a group, as people and your family, and understand what you need to do, because until you rein in on such behaviors from your spouse or your partner that are causing you to veer off your financial plan, you will never reach there. You will be two individuals one going left, one going right, and you never do it together. It can even lead to separation and divorce. So to be able to meet your financial goal, one, ensure that the person that you are getting into a domestic arrangement with or a marriage with are the people that you are going to go together in your financial journey. So are you having the same financial thought line in your financial journey? Do you want to head the same places? Because when you are able to get somebody that you can be able to go together, there's a lot of difference that you have to work towards, so that you can be able to have one unified financial goal. That is the most critical thing that you need to do, because you cannot work together if you're not walking the same journey. So those are the things that are keeping you from meeting your financial goals and objectives. I hope that have been helpful. Remember, I'm here to educate, to elevate, and to motivate you in your financial affairs. Remember to subscribe to the channel so that this video and other videos will come to you direct and you'll be able to see them. So remember to comment, like this video, and to come back again. Thank you and enjoy your day.